please contact me to discuss further. Welcome to another beautiful sunrise from the beach at New Grand Bahama. New Grand Bahama is an exciting, exclusive new development area located on the eastern portion of Grand Bahama Island. It's roughly a 30-45 minute drive east of Freeport and about a half-hour flight east of Miami. This location provides one-stop flight access to nearly 2 billion people. This particular development is an incredible opportunity. There are no zoning restrictions. There is also no duty on the building materials, which will help you to keep your construction costs at a minimum. Furthermore, for your investors, there's some incredible tax advantages. Mainly, there is no income tax, there is no capital gains tax, and there is also no property taxes for 20 years. Did I mention that there's one-stop flight access to nearly 2 billion people? The Knolls Tract features 400 acres of virgin oceanfront land with over 3/4 of a mile of oceanfront footage. There's 109 acres that are on the oceanside portion and 290 acres that are located north of the road. Now, Crown land forms the north and east border. Now, this adjacent Crown land could provide additional benefits for your development. In the background, you see some oil tanks. That is actually called state oil, and that is an oil storage tank holding facility. And what happens are the large super tankers come over from the Middle East, and they're too big for the U.S. ports. So they will come here, and their oil will be transported into these holding tanks, and smaller tankers will come, which the U.S. ports are able to handle. Now, looking at this picture, you can see up to the north where the forest starts, and that's just about the northern portion of this particular property. Now, this is a rendering of a lovely resort that could be built here. Again, keep in mind there are no zoning restrictions. So if you wanted to go on a high-rise, mid-rise, what have you, it is available. Now, in the northern portion, it's plenty large for a golf course. Championship golf courses typically take 170, 175 acres, and there are 290 acres north of the road. So you could do something real nice here. And again, here's another rendering to give you an idea. Now, state oil in the background there, again, now that's 2 miles from this property via the road. So it's a good distance away. There was a recent storm, so if you look closely and you can see some water, that's why it's from. This was filmed during the rainy season in the Bahamas, so this was filmed during October. Now this is looking eastwards and south. Again, just to give you some perspective on what your development might look like. This is a shot that'll show you the land here. You can see that it's not all just sand, but there is some nice rock and some hard ground here for you. Now, with 400 acres, you could really build something substantial. This is a rendering from a development in Nuevo Vallarta, which is in Mexico. Now, this is from a handheld to give you an idea as to the size of those trees that you see from the air and just the enormity of the beach here. It is quite large and quite lovely. The sand is typically very fine and it's white. Why you see lots of the little pine needles on this, again, is because there was just a recent storm here. Welcome to New Grand Bahama, which features some of the world's most beautiful, stunning, and exquisite beaches. New Grand Bahama is an exclusive new development area located on the southeastern shores of Grand Bahama Island, approximately a 30 to 45 minute drive from Freeport and a short half-hour flight from Miami. New Grand Bahama provides one-stop flight access to nearly 2 billion people and is governed by the Bahamas. The Elliott Tract provides an incredible development opportunity. There are no zoning restrictions, and there is also no duty on imported building materials, which will help you to keep your construction costs at a minimum. Furthermore, for your investors, there are some incredible tax advantages. Mainly, there is no income tax, there is no capital gains tax, and there is no property taxes for the first 20 years. Did I mention that there's one-stop flight access to nearly 2 billion people? The Elliott Tract features over 113 acres of virgin oceanfront land with over 3/10 of a mile of oceanfront footage. There's 60 acres south of the road, which is oceanside, and features a depth anywhere from a little over 1,500 feet to nearly 1,900 feet. North of the road, there's 53 acres with a depth of approximately 1,500 feet. And again, crown land forms the northern border of this property, which could provide some additional benefits. Please call me or contact me, and I'd be happy to discuss the potential benefit that the crown land could provide for you. Wow, what an incredible development opportunity. Look at this water, look at the beaches. Incredible. This would be a great opportunity to develop an all-inclusive hotel. This is a rendering of one and, conceptual design of what it could look like. We're actually heading north now. Now it's currently pine forest up here. However, awaiting further development, you could add an organic farm, which would supply the all-inclusive hotel, of course. Now, as you see the water ponded up there, there's a recent storm, and it's also rainy season when this was filmed. This was taken in October of this year. But once again, just a stunning view. Look at that. Look at that gorgeous beach, that water. And this would be, one of the views from one of the upper floor hotel rooms and what they would be seeing. Although instead of the pine trees along the beach, they would probably be seeing palm trees. Wow. This really is an ocean, people. This is not a pool. Just stunning. This is what the development could look like from the ocean. And again, I think it's a tremendous opportunity for an all-inclusive. It could have an organic farm north of the property with potential future expansion as well. And again, this is just a 30-45 minute drive east of Freeport.